Hello and welcome to the Daily Dulcinea. Today is July 21st, 2008, and today I will tell you the tale of Wild Bill Hickok and the first gunfight in the Wild West. So Hickok grew up in the North, and he got into his first scuffle when he was with his dad because his parents worked for the Underground Railroad. So they were helping bring slaves to the North, and they got into a scuffle one time, and they had to hightail it out of there, and that's where he got his experience with that sort of thing, and he became a very good shooter. So, in Mississippi one time in 1865, he was very good friends with somebody by the name of Davis Tutt, but they had a falling out because of some girl issues. They both liked the same girl, and you know how that goes. So they were gambling, but Bill always refused to gamble the same table as Tutt. So Tutt would finance other people to play against him. But this one game, Tutt lost a lot of money, and he's like, okay, well, you owe me $35 from past gambling debt. And Bill's like, no, I don't. I owe you maybe $25. So Tutt's like, oh, yeah? Well, then I'm going to take this watch as collateral. So he takes the wristwatch, and Bill's like, okay, if you wear that wristwatch, I reckon I'm going to shoot you. So the next day in the town square, they both, Tutt draws his gun, and he puts on his wristwatch. And Wild Bill's like, oh no, you didn't, but he did. So they got into what's called the first shootout, and Tutt missed Bill, and when he fired, but Bill hit Tutt in the heart, and he would die. So Bill got off the hook because they said it was self-defense. His reputation grew. I think Harper's Weekly actually gave him a very good reputation as like a gunslinger throughout the West. And Bill would die 9 years later in an incident that happened at a saloon. He became a big gambler as usual. So he was at a saloon gambling one time, sitting at the table. He usually sat so he would never have his back to somebody. But one time someone was in his seat, so he had to sit with his back to where he couldn't see. So somebody came up to him who apparently had a gambling debt with Bill and shot him in the back of the head while he wasn't looking. So Bill had a pair of eights and a pair of aces. That would forever be known as the dead man's hand. And that is the story of Wild Bill. Stay tuned next time for Finding Dulcinea's Daily Dulcinea at www.findingdulcinea.com.